The stories you are about to hear are true, at least so you're told. So get comfortable, grab a glass of iced tea, and prepare yourselves for Tales from the Front Porch.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Paul. Take two.
Well, no, I just pushed the wrong button.
Oh, okay.
Instead of hitting record, I hit add video effects or audio effects. So it'd sound like we were coming to you from another dimension. All right. Yeah. How's it going, Dave?
Oh, Lord. It's going. Hectic day. First day back from the trip.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
Missed 4 days of work, so catching up on all that. And,
Yeah.
you know,
I wouldn't say you missed them.
Oh, I certainly did not miss them. I was not there for them. So,
Yeah.
but,
So how was your week, Dave?
yeah, I should have taken the day off to recover.
Yeah, my mom usually, that's her like, whatever.
Modus operandi?
Thank you. Yeah, she's always like, if you take a trip, always take an extra day just to sit there.
Right.
To get your brain back in order. So
I need a nap.
yeah.
I need. So at any rate, drinking a lot of coffee.
Yeah, I can see.
So I forgot I don't have my prop here. So that sucks.
I can give you a work juice cup and just set it there.
Because it's not actually a prop. I have things in it that I drink. Tea
I
or
can get you
coffee.
liquid, dude.
I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here and complain about it.
I have vodka right over there.
Yeah, I definitely will take a nap at that point then. Oh, so we have all these likes, and I didn't do my job. So I get back yesterday.
Right.
I'm unpacking. I'm doing laundry, cleaning.
Went out for a walk.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, were you mowing?
No.
I saw you putting on tennis shoes and wearing your work clothes.
Work clothes. That's actually what I wore in the car on the drive back from Indiana. So I was actually just running across the street, checked the mail. Neighbor came out. We chatted.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
She high-fived me yesterday. Because apparently I was doing a good job at something.
Do you know what it was?
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, okay. Well, good job, Paul.
But I was walking home from school with the boys, and then she stopped mowing, took off her headphones, and then said, "High five, Dad." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
That's what it was. It's the dad thing. Walking to school, getting the kids, doing that thing.
Oh, the thing I have to do? Sweet!
Not every dad does that kind of thing.
Well, somebody has to get the kids.
Somebody has to, but I'm just saying not all dads do that. Not all dads participate.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
So a trip to Indiana, I took the Dave and Paul with me.
You want to continue with the likes?
The
thing?
likes? Well, you interrupted that.
I did. On purpose.
You did. Somebody. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Can I just nap through this podcast?
You usually do. Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't write down any of the likes. There were so many of them, and trying to get my crap together last night and do the homework to bring with me, and there were all these likes, and so
what were they liking, Dave?
they were liking the pictures that I took of Dave and Paul on the trip. So there was the.
I went on the trip with you?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
No. It's the miniatures, the figures
yeah.
that we're going to be shipping out to people. So Dave gave him a test run.
I did.
Where did we go, Dave?
Well, the first stop was the I-80 truck stop in Walcott, Iowa.
Well, that sounds riveting, Dave.
It is. It's supposed to be. Well, they bill themselves as the world's largest truck stop.
Ah.
I don't know if they are, but that's so.
Did you leave your dome light on?
Did I leave my dome light on? What is
Our
that?
trucker friends will get that reference.
Okay.
That's how you find female acquaintances in a truck stop, Dave.
I see.
So, yeah.
Good Lord, man.
The more you know.
You don't need to finish that. What else? Oh, so then went to the Indianapolis 500 Speedway.
Sweet.
Took a picture. So we got a picture there. And, James Dean is buried about 30 minutes from where I grew up.
Yeah.
And so I got a picture of the little statues right there on his tombstone.
Sweet. Now, do you ever drive through Iowa?
All the way. That's where the I-80 truck stop is.
You should take a picture of us with the future birthplace of James T. Kirk.
The fuel. And what is that?
I can't remember where exactly in Iowa it is, but every birthday of James T. Kirk, there's a marker that says this is the future birthplace of James T. Kirk from the USS Enterprise, and it's in Iowa, and they celebrate it every year on his birthday, which will happen in like 300 years or something like that. So
Right. And by the way, in the movie, the car goes over a cliff. There's no cliffs in Iowa.
no.
In the one movie,
Right.
is he?
Where's he? Yeah. No.
Car or motorcycle, whatever it was. He
It went over the bluff, Dave.
Yeah.
Down 6 feet.
I've been through I've been through lots of Iowa. We got nothing that looks like that there.
Right.
So, anyway, yeah, I can do that. Cool. What else? So yeah, birthplace of John Wayne is there, but I didn't stop there.
Why not? The Duke would appreciate it.
I'm sure he would. I'm sure James Dean appreciated the
Well,
little figurines on his tombstone.
Who doesn't?
Right. And I was surprised. So I've been there to the cemetery several times, and there's always woman's lip prints there. There's lipstick all over it. People leave things all over, and maybe because it's winter, but that thing was clean.
Nice.
Clean. So nobody's putting their cold lips.
So only you defiled the James Dean.
That's right. Yeah, there were things that I did that I didn't take pictures of either. Was that wrong of me?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He don't care.
So I'm sure he doesn't. So yeah, it's just a pretty nondescript. It's just like anybody else's tombstone. There's no
As they are.
Yeah. No big thing around it to
No.
say, hey, here's.
No.
You got to know where you're looking to.
Okay.
So, but it's there. So there you go.
Okay.
So trip to Indiana had
Yeah.
probably the world's largest pork tenderloin for lunch one day.
I saw that. It was the size of your head.
The
Or the size of my ego, whichever.
yeah. So the thing was huge, and I actually finished it.
I love pork tenderloin, and everywhere around here does not have. Nobody has a good one,
Right.
and it's very disappointing.
Yeah.
So
That's a big thing in Indiana. So
now, how do you have it?
you mean what do I put on the sandwich?
Correct.
Lettuce.
And
That's it.
no,
I don't do tomatoes, onions, pickles,
No.
mustard.
you can do dill pickle, but that's just gross. Mustard.
No,
Oh yes.
I don't do mustard.
That's the only way to eat a pork sandwich, dude.
Don't.
It is the only way. Lettuce. You're defiling the idea of a pork sandwich there, Dave. So, anyways,
Next time. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. So there's that.
and yet you keep coming back.
That's right. So what else? Hung out at my sister's store.
Yeah.
It's a consignment type store, and on Saturday, so they had a retired sheriff there who has just written a book. They had a book signing.
Oh.
It was the first one he's ever done.
Ooh.
Brought 40 books with him.
Okay.
Thought that would be way too many, and
It was not enough.
it was not enough. 90 minutes into the 2-hour book signing, he ran out.
Did he get more?
Not right then.
Oh.
I mean, he had nowhere to go to get them.
He only bought 40?
I bought 50, but he'd already sold 10 of them.
Oh. See, when my grandma did her book signing,
Hmm.
we had bought like 300 books.
How many did you end up with?
5.
Oh, really?
The entire town came out to celebrate her.
Very cool.
book signing.
And so that's why he sold. You know, he was telling my sister. He goes, I don't think I'm gonna have too many people buy him. And she said, oh yes, you will, because the people know him there in the community.
Right.
And he wrote a book because he was shot at point blank. He was sitting in his cruiser, shot at point blank range 6 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I guess they had a story on him on a show called Top Cops.
Yep.
Okay, so he was on there. So claimed to fame. So that was on Saturday.
Well, that's cool.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
So lots of. I ate way too much.
That is the idea.
The same day I had the pork tenderloin sandwich. I had
Now I'm going to want a pork tenderloin sandwich.
the.
again.
Good luck finding one around here.
What about that one place that down in Bellevue where you drive by it and it says they have
Stell's?
pork stand,
Oh, no.
sands? Like if you're heading down towards Mission and it says pork sand,
Yeah,
is that place any good?
Zesto? Is it Zesto? The ice cream place?
No, it's like a standalone. It looks like Lums, but it's not Lums. It's some rando place over there by the Walgreens and the CADS. And this is riveting.
No idea.
But
I know.
they advertise pork sandwich all the time, so I'm thinking it's got to be a decent pork sandwich.
Well, we've got to give these directions so that, like, if Suzanne in Norway comes to visit us, we'll know where to take her for the pork tenderloin.
Yes.
So,
All right. Well, maybe I'll have to go venture that way and check it out.
that's right. Maybe we should have a like a Dave and Paul
Eat it.
whatever, something. I was saying not a reunion. It's not a reunion, but have all the listeners come to Bellevue, Nebraska. We'll
Yeah.
meet Rick and Eric in Endicott.
Sure.
Pamela in Massachusetts.
Yeah. We can all come down,
Mhm.
eat pork sandwiches,
There you go.
crickets, some cat food.
And hopefully they don't go, well, we came all this way for this.
Well, that's pretty much what it is. Now that they can actually see us on the video,
Right.
they don't need to come down here.
It's his fault.
It is my fault.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, anyway, so the same day at that pork tenderloin sandwich, we ordered. My friend Greg and I ordered it was a deep dish pizza. Seriously. And we had that tenderloin sandwich like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I had one slice.
That's it?
That's all I could handle.
I would eat like 3.
It was good. It was so good. I mean, just a local Italian place.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So, yeah. And then beef and noodles my sister made one day, or pork and noodles, excuse me. Pizza again Sunday night from an eating establishment there in Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, and the sausage I had extra cheese put on to prep me for that drive the next day.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. You need to be bound up on a drive.
That ain't me.
Yeah, I just got my wings. Allow me to turn my cell phone down.
Well, wow, that's again riveting video there, Dave, of you prepping for the show while the show was going on.
Shut up. So that was my weekend and partial week and whatever, and yeah. So they're going with I signed up for my next improv class.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that starts next week.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you'll be better for this camera. You should take
Probably
acting
not.
for the camera.
I don't see that happening.
But at least you'll be a little bit quicker on the uptake.
Probably not.
No.
The last one didn't do that for me.
Not really, no.
No.
So.
But it's fun.
Excellent. Same teacher?
I don't know. Didn't see it. I actually signed up. Did I sign up on my phone? I don't remember. Anyway, signed up. It was right before I went to Indiana because I'm like, gotta get this done because I know it's coming up. It starts next week, so we'll
Score.
see.
Excellent. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, hopefully it's the same teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, she was good.
Excellent.
So how about you, Mr. Pig?
My weekend was pretty uneventful, except I bought a Tesla car.
Seriously?
I did.
A real one?
Yes. They released the Model 3. They announced the Model 3 on Thursday.
Yes.
And then they were taking down payments for anybody who's interested. So I discussed it with my wife. And
And she lost the argument.
No, she actually was the one for it because she gets to be the one who drives it. So yeah, we
So how long before you get it?
2007, end of 2017.
Okay.
So or beginning of 2018. But the company sold 235,000 of them or reserved 235,000 of them in 3 days. So
Wow.
yeah, they're gonna make some money.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but my wife needs a new car anyways. So
Can she make it another 2 years?
That's the wonder. So I mean, my car's already at 241,000 miles. My truck. So and hers is at 180. She drives a piece of crap.
PT Cruiser.
Yeah, I think it's just a mess. So I mean, we have decided that if her car does break down first, we will get her another car, and then we'll save the truck for when we need it. Maybe pass it down to the kids or whatnot. If it's still running, but then we'll both drive.
When they're driving in 10 years?
Well, but it is a Honda. Those things run forever. So, but because right now, they'll give us $200 scrap for her car.
Right.
Because it's worth nothing.
Right.
And then my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, they just they had a Honda Pilot, which was a year older than mine, and it had half as many miles, and they got $1,000.
Oh God.
I paid 30 something thousand for my truck, and they'll give me $1,000 for it. So I'm like, there ain't no point in getting rid of it. I mean, fortunately, registration and all that's really cheap, so
Well,
not,
sure, yeah.
not necessarily worried about that. But and then tonight, we'll move on to that. I'm gonna go see Jethro Tull,
Really? Where are they playing?
the Holland.
Really?
My wife called me. My wife is a huge fan of Jethro Tull.
Okay.
I've never heard anything they've played.
Seriously?
Nothing.
Living in the past?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've heard Aqualung, I think, once or twice. I think she's like, this is the song they all know. Everybody knows about Jethro Tull. I'm like, okay. But it's like the Ian Anderson, I Can't Believe You're Still Alive tour. Yeah, she saw him 20 years ago. And she found out they were coming back. And she's like, can we go? And I'm like, okay, when is it? She's like, Tuesday. What a random day to have a concert. But And it's at the Holland, so
Nice place.
it's a sit down.
Right.
It's a sit down concert.
Sit down. And if you stand up.
Somebody's gonna complain.
Right.
And I'm like, well, do I need to bring earplugs? I'm like, because I know most of the audience will just turn down their hearing aids.
Right.
So she said she was the youngest person when she saw him 20 years ago.
Yeah, no doubt.
We were gonna be the youngest people there, and we're 40.
Well, had I known you were going, I could have chosen that as my music trivia thing. I
Yeah.
dug up some stuff on Jethro Tull, but
That's okay.
Oh,
I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known anything anyways, as I don't know anything about Jethro Tull.
no, I mean, right. So it would have been.
I know he's a flautist.
Right.
Yes. So I was debating on whether or not I should go in blank slate and just watch this concert, not knowing anything about it, so I can pass judgment afterwards, or if I should just spend the day listening to Jethro Tull, so then when I go there, I might know who.
You recognize some of the songs and.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you recommend there, Dave, music guy?
I would recommend you listen to some of the music.
Fine. No, okay, I'll do that. I mean, I work here by myself, so
Right.
what does it matter? I'll just crank out some
Right.
Jethro told. But then this weekend, I was on the Faceplace. I went to the Facebook Hive Mind to inquire about a song that I remember vaguely the video for,
Right.
but could not think of the damn song. And this song occurs to me every about 4 years.
Sure.
And last time, my brother figured it out. And so I asked that same brother, like,
Mhm.
what is that song? He's like, I don't remember. Damn it. And so then I was like on the internet and trying to plug in like random information about a video for a song in the 80s does not help anybody. And of course, everybody's like, it's Aha, Take On Me. I'm like, no, it's not. They play that song all the time. I would remember
Sure.
Aha, Take On Me. No, so it's just like a random thing. And then you actually came through. You're like,
Yep.
this is the song. Now, how did you figure it out? Did you know it or did you do a little research?
I didn't Google it. Somebody else, because I was sitting there, I'm there in Anderson, and I read the description
Yeah.
to those around me.
Mhm.
Somebody threw out the first song that I gave you, and I forgot, so I just threw it out there, whoever it was. I think it was Crowded House.
Yeah.
But then I looked at your, because we were private texting, this conversation was not going on Facebook, and you had the word running, and that was actually the first song that I thought of when you put the word running in there. So, because I like, did we say it? Did
Oh,
you
no, I
say
haven't said who it is
it?
yet.
Okay.
No, I totally forgot. See, that's the problem with the
It's
song.
Mike and the Mechanics.
That's who it is.
Yeah. So,
Which is funny because I listened to the no, because I always think is it Mike and the Mechanics that sing the Money for Nothing?
no, that's Dire Straits.
See, and I always get those two mixed up because Mike and the Mechanics, the Dire Straits video for Money for Nothing shows a bunch of workers that look like mechanics, and I always get those two mixed up. So I'm always thinking that's the band who sings it. I can never, anyways. So, but now I have a Spotify playlist called Rando 80s Music, and that is one of the songs on
There
it.
you go.
Because I was going through like my cassettes, because I have those from when I was a kid, and I do the play record thing
Sure.
on the radio, and I found like all these like really random songs, and of course I don't know who the hell they are.
Right.
I did then back in '84 or whatever, and so now
long ago.
yeah, and so now I'm trying to find them. And what's weird is that song not available on Spotify or Stitcher or Spotify or Apple Music or Google Play, Amazon's Music, nothing.
So is any of Mike and the Mechanics stuff available, or just specifically that song?
That song, I think that song is, but nothing else. And then the other one I was looking for was Electric Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that horrible song?
I've got it on CD.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because
It sucks, yes.
oh yeah, it's horrible. It's also not available. You can find it the video on YouTube, but you can't find it in Ice House is who that is
Right.
by. Yeah, you cannot find that one. Because I'm like, these are the random songs. Because you know everybody's got that, you know, every radio station does the 80s playlist weekend.
Right.
We'll play nothing but 80s music, the same 15 80s music songs. And I'm like, no, I want to hear like that. It was still top 40. I mean, it was still radio 80s music, but it wasn't like this is the hits of that year or whatever. It's the completely random songs, but the songs that you still remember, like Roller Skating 2 or whatever, random stuff. So yeah, so I've been trying to add these to a list of like you want 80s music, but this is like I bought the album and this is like the 7th song on the album. This is still radio played music, but it's random enough that it's not the every playlist.
Yeah, that's on a CD that I have. It's also got Trent D'Arby's
Oh, I gotta
Wishing
add that
Well.
one. Oh, I gotta add that
I
one.
hate that song.
Oh, that's such a hilarious
It
song.
sucks.
It's horrible. All the 80s songs are just bad.
Not all of them. You have one as a ringtone.
I do, because it's my theme for life. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Right.
By Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears. Big Bill Pelican.
Yeah, they're excellent.
So music trivia, do you know, so Mike and the Mechanics is Mike Rutherford,
Okay.
who also played, at that time, for Genesis.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't the singer.
No.
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 Because I know Genesis
Phil
had like
Collins.
4.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, they had somebody before Phil Collins,
Peter
Peter
Gabriel.
Gabriel, right.
Yeah.
So, and this is not even our music trivia segment.
no. Phil Collins tried to be the lead singer. He auditioned for lead singer 3 times.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that.
And 2 times he failed, and then Peter Gabriel like bounced.
Right.
Because Peter Gabriel wasn't even their first singer. There was somebody else.
Hmm.
Then he left after I think an album, and then Peter Gabriel there for 2 or 3 albums, and then he bounced right before a big tour, and they couldn't find. They auditioned a ton of people, and nobody did it. And Phil Collins, like, I really want to do it. And they finally let him do it. And then they had a lot of, yeah, right, on the drums. Like, shut up, drummer.
Yeah.
Nobody listens to you. And yeah, he ended up being the singer. So
Very cool.
cool.
Yeah.
So, the other thing is I bought a couple siblings to my Amazon, the Alexa thingy over there. Sorry, I don't mean to turn you on there, lady. Only time I've ever said that.
She lit up when you said her name.
No, I have. They're called the Echo Dot,
which is.
It is a smaller version. It's like a hockey puck version of the Amazon Echo. But it's. I'm going to turn the monitor back on. Make sure it's still recording. But it's a lot smaller. It doesn't have as sophisticated of a speaker system in it, but you can put it in other rooms and whatnot. And so I have one as a. Instead of having a clock radio for up in my room or whatever, I now have the Echo. So when I go to bed, or when I wake up in the morning, I say, Echo, what is it? Give me my news brief, and it'll tell me like all the news. Last night I was talking about, I was talking about the Jethro Tull, and Lindsay's like, I can't remember the name of this song. I'm like, Echo, what's the song? And it came back, told me. And then it has alarms, and what's cool is now they have like a few celebrity alarms. So my celebrity alarm is Alec Baldwin.
Good grief.
It is hilarious. So Alec Baldwin wakes me up every morning, which so wake up, sleepyhead.
Couldn't go with a female, huh?
They only have one, Missy Elliott.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, it's not working for me.
One?
Yeah, they only have one. They have like 4 guys. And they have Jason Schwartzman who just keeps asking to please let me sleep 10 minutes longer. And I'm like, But no, Alec Baldwin's like, early bird gets the worm. So what does the early bird get? Or something. I don't know, some random crap. So. But yeah, it's funny. So that's more tech on me and my tech. So
now, do we address the surroundings here? Things people look for.
Oh, I mean they can. There's a hidden message on the board. Hidden message. So last week it was a hidden message that people were supposed to read, and then Dave turned around and read it out loud. So but you have to watch the video for it.
Can I look and just not say?
Yeah, you can look at it. What is that a reference to? Do you know the reference?
Oh, right. Yes.
So anyways, and then I got some work that I'm working on here. I've got a Harry Potter cart, and it actually looks like it fits for the Mormon that's standing there. Actually, I have a couple Mormons, so we're gonna make it really awkward and put a couple of Mormons standing here, guarding some luggage.
So why are there Mormons guarding luggage?
Well, the Mormons are actually Mormon action figures that I'm making for a guy who his bosses are retiring, and they call each other brother this and brother that from the Book of Mormon, the musical. Mm-hmm. And so he, as a gift, we're retirement gift type of thing. I don't want you to break them. He's giving them their own version of themselves as action figures from Book of Mormon. And then the luggage is actually a ring box, which will be, it's a magic opening ring box from Harry Potter. So
very cool. Yeah. Can I touch it?
Yeah. With real squeaking sound.
Squeaking against the glass on the desk.
Yeah. So
should probably just not touch that.
Yeah, probably not. So,
okay.
So yeah, that's that has been my week. So we're gonna call this episode Jethro Tesla.
Jethro
Tesla. I'm saying that out loud many times so that I remember to actually call the episode that. I will misspell it and then Dave will fix it later on.
Right. Just trying to help. You see a typo, I can't help myself. At least I fixed it myself versus telling you, hey, there's a...
Did you know that Hitler actually had a writer who would sit there and correct all of his speeches?
Really?
Yeah, he was a true grammar Nazi.
Yeah.
That is actually a true statement. It's not just something, a shitty joke. That's
Lord.
It's
for you. Both. It's two things in one.
It is.
Yeah.
That was Hitler.
Crazy kid that he was.
Did you hear last summer that they installed, because it's very hot at Auschwitz, and people always go there, so in the line when they were coming in, somebody had a brilliant idea of installing water misters to keep the people cool. So they installed showers at Auschwitz. People were not plussed with this. So,
the irony.
Oh yeah. So think it through, people.
Yeah, no kidding.
Think it through. So, anyways, yeah.
All right. So it's the time for your bit. I've got the name.
What is the name of it?
All right. You're gonna hate it, but this is what it is.
Probably.
At least for today, anyway.
Okay.
All righty.
What is the name of my bit?
Paul's Petite Particulars.
Fuck, Dave. It's the first F-bomb of the episode.
And I'm so proud of you for waiting so long to drop it.
Petite?
Petite Particulars. So I was going for, because it's just these tiny little facts, these little things that you give us. And I wanted something that would start with P to go with Paul. Struggled for quite a bit going through.
Yeah. Not much rhymes with my name.
Right. Shut up. Rhyming, not necessarily starting with the letter P. Is that alliteration?
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. It's a fact. I'm looking up thesaurus.com. What's a word that starts with P that...
So maybe we should throw it out there to our listening audience.
Come up with a different name?
Yeah.
I won't be hurt by that, Paul.
I will send you, if you come up with a name for this segment, I will send you one of my personalized tokens of appreciation, which are these tokens that I actually send out with every order that I get.
Yep.
It's called a challenge coin. So then if I see you in the street, then I can challenge you, and then whoever doesn't have the challenge coin on has to buy the round.
Yeah.
So anyways, so if you can come up with a better name than Paul's Petite Particulars, then I will send you gratis this little coin that says Tinker Vice Studios and Paul Paper Designs on it. So, and it is a real coin. It's made out of copper or brass. It's brass, but it's very pretty. Anyways, Dave.
Paul.
Dave. Still here? I can't see. Yeah, right. Okay, so Dave.
Yes.
I know I texted you earlier this morning to see if I had actually talked about this before. You said that I had not.
Correct.
What is the number one over-the-counter drug that kills more people yearly? What is it? Do you know?
Aspirin.
No.
Okay.
Aspirin actually helps you, Dave.
I know, but it can cause bleeding in the stomach lining.
Yeah, that's just bleeding. Who the hell cares about that? Acetaminophen. Tylenol, actually. Tylenol is the leading cause of accidental overdose by death. Tylenol. Can you believe that?
Accidental overdose by death.
Or accidental death by overdose. Shut up, Dave. Who's tired?
Yeah,
I'm
right,
tired of your
right,
shit,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, accidental death by overdose is Tylenol because people take more than they're supposed to. It can actually shut down your liver.
Sounds painful.
Yeah.
It sounds like it could be a bad thing.
It could. And so, like, a lot of people take Tylenol. You know, it is actually one of the number one prescribed drugs for pain relief.
Absolutely.
It does a great job.
There's prescription strength, too.
Yeah, and if you take as directed. But see, what happens is a lot of people are like, I've got a really bad pain, bad headache. First off, acetaminophen, not good for headaches. A lot of people take it. Tylenol does not work for headaches.
Right.
Know your drugs. But they'll take acetaminophen for an ache, and they're like, well, it's a really bad ache, so I'm just going to take like this handful.
That ought to do it. One is good.
Well, and that's the thing, is like people think that if they take more, it will act quicker.
Sure.
Fallacy.
Fallacy?
Completely wrong. No. One pill will work as fast as 5 pills because they all have to dissolve into your system.
Right.
So if it says take 1 to 2, I always go for the least amount because and then wait 45 minutes because that's how long it takes people, about 45 minutes for it to kick in. So if after that 45 minutes I've noticed that it hasn't started to dwindle, hour or whatever, then I might take another one, but typically not. So because a lot of it is placebo effect as well, you know, like I heard somebody take a drug for it.
Right.
Okay, it's gonna, because you know it doesn't actually like stop the pain. The pain is still there. It numbs the receptors that tell you you're in pain. Yes. Are you going to contradict me on that one?
No, not contradict. I actually just, so that has nothing to do with Tylenol, but I did used to take Tylenol for a headache because that's what I had. I actually just last week bought, no kidding, aspirin.
Well, aspirin's better for your heart, and it can work for your head.
Today's Medical Minute has been brought to you by...
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this. Like my wife, she'll like kick a couple Tylenol, and I've got friends who are like, my knees hurt, so I'm gonna just take all these aspirin, you know, or Tylenol, and I'm like, don't do that. You can. And the thing is it's like it can kill you in an hour. People don't realize that. They think that it's gonna be like, well, I'm gonna take like 5 of these and like I'm gonna die in like a week or so. And it can literally be an hour. It can kill you that quickly.
And see, I don't take... So you have the different strengths, whether it's Tylenol or anything else, and I take the lowest dosage because they all, even the non-drowsy formula of whatever, will knock me out.
A Tylenol will knock you out?
200 milligrams. That's what I buy. It's 200. I'll take one of those.
And it makes you sleepy?
Yes.
I think you have a sleep problem, Dave.
Yeah. That could be too. Especially now with the cats.
Right?
Lord.
There's a joke in there, but I will let it go.
Thank you.
Anyway, so that has been Paul's petite particulars for this week. So
For this week.
yeah, that's my useless information for the week.
We go with Tinker's tiny tidbits. That sounds.
It sounds like I'm whipping out little tiny penises on the regular show here. No, Dave, that is not what we're gonna go with. You will not earn that coin that way, Dave.
Paul's effed up facts.
No, it's just random trivia, interesting things to know, things that'll get you more lonely at parties. No,
here he comes with that tiny fact again. Walk away.
Hey, it starts a conversation. That's the whole point of it. It's to start a conversation. Okay. So the next time you're at a really cool happening party, say,
Start talking.
"Don't take Tylenol, it'll kill you," and then that'll be great. So
Or have a bunch in a baggie and offer some.
yeah, don't put anything in a bag and offer to people.
Don't know, man.
All right, so now it's time for this week in music.
Yeah, music trivia. Although I do always do these this week in music, so I guess it could be that. Alrighty, Paul. Well, piece of paper. Alrighty.
Paul pulls from his brain. Dave's got to hold it up like he's a newscaster. This just in.
That's right, because I forget. We need a manual typewriter so I can sit here and tap the keys as I'm reading this stuff. Pretty great. Or just, I'm sure there's an app that has it.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Alrighty, on this date in 1980, so today is April 5th.
Yes.
16. So on this date in 1980, REM, the group REM,
Yes.
played their first ever gig at a friend's birthday party at St. Mary's Episcopal Church in Athens, Georgia.
Nice.
First ever gig. Yep.
I was 5.
That's what?
I was 5.
You were 5. Yeah, whatever. I won't say how old I was. 1985. So, an estimated 5,000 radio stations around the globe simultaneously played We Are the World.
85?
1985.
We all sang it at the same time. Because in 1985, I was in 5th grade or 6th grade. No, it's We Are the World.
Mm-hmm.
I've been 3rd grade for me. Because that was the
I'd been married for a year.
No. But we would sing it. We all had to rehearse it. And it was
really?
starting. Yeah, so like the entire school got up and sang We Are the World. And the funny thing is that it was during flu season.
Oh,
and so it always went to We Are the and somebody would throw up. So during the actual concert, I fortunately am tall and taller than most kids, and so I was always a top riser. So it started off as We Are the, and by domino effect, we lost a good third of the kids. Starting in the lower corner.
Was it the flute or the song?
I don't know. Joseph Algora started it off. It was just a vomathon. That was a vomitathon. It was great. It was glorious. And so We Are the. It's in 1985.
So you ended up with a solo just by process of elimination.
Yeah. Well, Daryl was standing next to me. He was the tallest kid. No, that was his name. Daryl. He was the tallest kid next to me. He actually fainted off the back of the top right in that concert too. It was a great year for concerts.
Sounds wonderful.
Aren't these stupid little things that we talk about supposed to like help kickstart our aging memories, Dave?
Sure. So I've got a downer here for you.
Yay!
On this date in 1994.
Is that Kurt Cobain killed himself?
That's it. Exactly. Yeah.
I remember where I was when that happened.
Really?
Yeah. I learned about it while sitting at my high school locker, waiting for school to start, in the band hallway at Northwest High School in Omaha, Nebraska.
I was approaching my 10-year wedding anniversary. Oh, good Lord. Okay, and in 2008, on this date, Apple's iTunes, surpassed Walmart and became the largest music retailer in the U.S.
What year?
So that was 2008.
2008.
Right.
Yeah, thank God for digital music, man. I have in a pile upstairs 300 CDs because I was trying to move them downstairs and the back fell off the CD player and it spilled all down.
Good Lord.
So I have 300 CDs, and in 2006, when the first iPod came out, I uploaded all of my CDs. Spent the time to do that. Now, granted, that was at like 92-bit or something. I mean, some horrible low quality whatever. And so then, because I hated driving around with my CD player that would skip, even with anti-skip protection. You know, my car never had a CD player, so I had to have one that was tucked in the side of my seat, whatever, some portable one, with a little cassette adapter.
Yeah, people with CD changers in their trunk.
Yeah.
They would load it up. And,
yeah. And so, but I've always been the person who hates having the same tape or CD or whatever. So I like the idea. So when the iPod came out, I'm like, finally, I don't ever have to listen to radio again. And so I uploaded all of them, and then never touched them again until like 5 weeks ago. But we have moved them, wrapped, I think like 5 times. But we don't know what to do with them because we have them all. We don't want to give them away because they're our music. But at the same time, we don't want them anymore. So we just keep moving them from one store to
yeah,
this
you
one.
don't want them, but somebody else can't have them either. They're mine. You can't have them.
I paid for them,
Right.
$10 to $12 a piece.
Right.
Jeez Louise.
And I still remember, so local record store chain here, Homer's Music. I remember, so whenever that would have been, maybe late 80s, early 90s,
Sure.
they advertised that they were going to start offering where you could buy songs off of albums for $1 a piece digitally, and they would transfer them to a CD for you, so you could make your own compilation CD at the record store. And I thought, what a great idea!
Mixtapes.
That's right.
CDs. Somebody pirating music. What?
I'm kidding. Oh, okay. So I have so I expanded on the REM since we started with REM.
Yeah.
I started with REM.
Yeah.
So 2 things here, and I'm going to read. So write me. All right. So at the point that they played at that church, they did not have a name for their group.
Okay.
Names that they bounced around:
Sure.
Twisted Kites,
Alright.
Cans of Piss,
Well, that would have went over well.
right? And Negro Wives.
Well, let's be glad they didn't go with that.
Now, yeah. So they're out of Athens, Georgia. So at any rate, they settled on REM, which they picked. Do you know how they picked that name?
Does it stand for Rapid Eye Movement?
Well, that's what it stands for, but how did they pick that particular?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it was Michael Sipes picked it randomly from a dictionary.
Oh.
That was how they got it. So,
Yep. Cool.
and one more little piece of music trivia.
Sure.
So their song, What's the Frequency? Kenneth?
Yes, it's based on a true story.
Yes. So you know the story?
I do.
Okay, well, let's hear it, Paul, since you know it.
Well, no, this is Dave's interesting.
I didn't know this until
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is new for me. So it was named after the phrase that an attacker of news anchor Dan Weather, so this guy yelled it at him. Although they said, what they actually said was, Kenneth, what is the frequency?
Right.
But at any rate, so what that is from is that the attacker thought the media were beaming signals into his mind.
Yes.
He thought if he could find the right frequency, he could block out the signals.
And so he called Dan Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Well, that's why he didn't get the answer.
That was the wrong name.
I actually went to the aneurysm tour. It was the monster tour, but then 2 of the members had aneurysms during the tour, and so then they just changed the name to the aneurysm tour.
Nice.
And I was this is over at the Westfield Arena.
Amphitheater? Or
Yeah,
what?
the amphitheater's outside, and I was like row 7 or something like that.
Oh, nice.
And it was really nice. And I was watching the concert, and Michael Stipe had handwritten lyrics on paper. And whenever he finished a song, he would toss it on the ground and just go to the next song. And they concluded with "The End of the World as We Know It, Not Gonna Be Fine," one of my favorite songs.
Sure.
And so I saw the piece of paper just sitting there on the edge of the stage. And the concert's over, everybody's taking off. No one's picking these things
Oh,
up.
wow.
So I'm like, well, I'm gonna get myself some handwritten Michael Stipe lyrics for my favorite song. I walk up there and some jackass bouncer's like, no, keep it near the stage. I'm like, I just want that piece of paper. Nope, gotta go back. You dickhead.
Jackwagon.
Yeah, man, I was so pissed off because I would have framed that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what I get. That's right before the guy decided to go buy a farm. One of the members of REM. After his aneurysm, he finished that tour and quit REM.
Yeah. I remember seeing a story on that just maybe a few weeks ago.
Yeah, occasionally he'll pop back in and places.
Because it was a friendly departure and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It's just like, my head exploded, so I'd rather not continue with this. So.
My head exploded, so I decided not to anymore.
It happens.
By the way, I suppose, so unrelated to that, I suppose I should apologize for anybody watching the video because the number of times I have yawned during this podcast.
Because Paul's really boring.
I'm telling you, I should have taken the day off.
I'm saying.
Oy.
So.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Well, thank goodness I didn't give you any sleepy time tea, Dave. Would you like half a Tylenol?
Yeah, no kidding.
And now it's time for Dave's shitty joke of the week.
So, Paul,
Dave!
what is green and has wheels?
My balls! No. What is green? I don't know, Dave. What is green and has wheels?
Grass. I lied about the wheels.
My balls was a better answer.
Good Lord. so Paul.
Dave. Dave!
Oh my God, you scared the crap out of me. All right.
I did!
You did startle me. I wasn't looking at you. Let's go. Change my pants now. I would have had to anyway. Alrighty. Did you hear about the chameleon that couldn't change color?
What? I did not hear about the chameleon that couldn't change colors.
That's right. He had a reptile dysfunction. Reptile dysfunction.
Reptile dysfunction. Heyo!
I got that one from Mallory. Thanks, Mallory. She's good for some bad jokes.
All right, Alexa, tell us a joke.
Maybe.
Alexa, please tell us a joke.
What kind of tea did the American colonists thirst for? Liberty.
Liberty. Felt like one I tell.
Okay.
A reptile dysfunction.
Hey, balls. Still makes them laugh. All right, Dave, do you have a wow this week?
Do I have a wow?
Do you have a sad panda story? Can you
Actually,
wrap up this podcast with a sad panda,
I
Dave?
cannot.
Not.
I didn't write a blog entry this week.
Can you pull one from that aged, decrepit mind of yours?
Maybe after my.
Can you crank out some of those cobwebs and just pull a story out for us, Dave?
I cannot. Maybe after my class next week. But probably not.
I find it hilarious that you write a blog occasionally of your own stories,
Right.
of your own thoughts.
Yes.
I believe they're called Dave's Random Thoughts. And yet, you can't remember them once they have left your fingers.
Not right. Yes. And actually, I've been borrowing last week, didn't use it. I wasn't too sure about that one anyway, which is why I just kind of let it go and we didn't do it. So, yeah. I need to write some more. I've been busy.
Doesn't matter. What's it take? Yeah, take.
Take.
5 minutes.
Take. He's got to take.
Don't stand on your porch talking to the neighbor. Write a blog.
Listen, of those two things.
You should write a blog. We have a commitment to our 100+ audience members. Our listeners.
Have I let them down, Paul? Is that it? Have I let them down?
Yes.
I think us wrapping it up is letting them down.
I'm Paul Pape of Paul Pape Designs. You can find me anywhere there's Paul Pape Designs at the Tinker Vice Studios. That's a question that I have. My Tinker Vice Studios venture
Yes.
is stalled. Do I continue creating? I mean, it's still Paul Pape Designs, not just calling himself Tinker Vice Studios instead of adding anybody else to it. But the eventuality is that I'd like to add people to it. Do I continue as Tinker Vice Studios, or do I just let it go and just fall back to Paul Pape Designs? What if I die and my kids take it over? They can't continue Paul Pape Designs.
Why not? Well, you've got a nationally syndicated radio program called The Bob and Tom Show. Been around for years.
Yeah.
Bob retired.
Okay.
He's not there anymore. It's still The Bob and Tom Show.
Right.
So.
But Paul Pape Designs is very particular. It's almost as if it's a verb, like an action.
Sure, we'll go with that.
So Tinker Vice Studios.
Sure. I would keep it.
You know,
It hasn't been that long.
it hasn't. It's been a year. I mean, the idea is that eventually I will grow and bring in more artists and such, and then they don't have to work for Paul Pape. They can work for Tinker Vice.
Okay. Yeah.
And then eventually that brand can become.
And be okay with wearing the shirt and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe
they
get
can-
polos with a little monogram up in there for left hand.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, who the hell are you, and why are you in my house?
Yeah, really. I wonder. I question myself about that. David Duvall, you can find me on Instagram, what else? Twitter, and Facebook.
Yes.
Yep.
You can find us on Instagram.
Now.
Yeah. And
Finally.
after today, we'll actually start uploading photos to it. Once Paul shows Dave how to use the newfangled contraption called a phone.
So the problem was, it wants to know where do you want to put this to? And I'm doing this from a cell phone. It wants to know the password of this thing that I want to upload it to. So whether it's like Twitter
Facebook. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll find the password, and they're like, and it just sits there. It doesn't say incorrect password. It just sits there. It does nothing. So I assume it's the wrong password.
It's not.
I'm like, screw it.
Dave. We'll figure this out. We also have a Twitter account, which is Tales from the Porch. I started following it this week.
Finally. And I did post pictures from there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
On Twitter? Okay.
And on Facebook, both. Yeah.
Excellent. Just not on Instagram yet?
Great.
Okay. Eventually, you'll just post it on Instagram and it'll go to everything else.
Dave, what a good job finally getting that Instagram account.
Is it working? Have you posted to it, Dave?
I haven't posted to it.
Then you haven't
the
done it.
task was to set up the Instagram account. It's Tales from Porch, by the way.
Yeah. And then we are on iTunes and Stitcher
This
and TuneIn.
Mm-hmm.
Not on Spotify.
Because
We're not popular enough, Dave. Nobody likes us.
tell your friends about us.
And then maybe we can get on Spotify.
Mhm.
But apparently, if you're not top tier material, they don't want you.
Well, screw them.
That's right. I'm going to take my business elsewhere. To TuneIn, iTunes, or Stitcher Radio.
Good enough.
Yeah, and then we also have a website, which is talesfromfrontporch.com, where you can listen to all previous 125 episodes. We're at 125 episodes, Dave. That's pretty impressive.
We are.
Lastly, we're on Facebook. That's pretty much where you can find us, because that's where old people go.
It is.
It is. They go to Facebook. So we're at facebook.com/Tales from the Front Porch.
I was thinking about setting up a MySpace account. What do you think?
It's still around.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just that it's mostly about music now.
Right.
Are we musical, Dave?
No.
Is this a good idea? And lastly, you can watch this interaction live on video. I guess not live. It's just not video. On YouTube. On our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Tales from the Front Porch.
So when Mallory listens to it, she listens to it as if it's live and talks back to us.
Does she?
When I was trying to come up with, we're talking about Flat Stanley, I couldn't come up with a name. She was listening to it, and she wanted to reach for her phone and call and say, Dave, it's Flat Stanley. And then she realized, oh, wait, that's recorded,
Nice.
So,
You can interact with us. She could have left a comment that said Flat Stanley, Dave.
so we figured it out during the podcast. Yeah,
We did.
I did. Yeah.
I'm glad I could. My son just mailed out his Flat Stanley
There you
today. So it's a Flat Dandy. Xander.
Right. See, if I'd had it last week, I could have taken it in to got pictures of the James Dean tombstone with his Flat Xander, Zandy.
Yeah. Well, he sent it to Florida to Universal Studios to a friend
Oh,
who
very
Maggie
good.
down
That'll
there.
be good stuff.
So he'll get some Harry Potter photos out of it. So much better than dead guys.
James Dean.
He don't know who the hell James Dean is.
No, but his teacher was.
He knows Jimmy Dean.
He loves that pork sausage.
Bacon.
Okay, whatever.
Anyways,
All right.
that it?
I think we've dragged the ending out long enough.
Hey, my shirt.
Star Trek.
It is
Right now,
Star Trek.
that's it.
Mirror, mirror. It's from Loot Crate. I strongly recommend Loot Crate. This episode, I wish, was brought to us by Loot Crate.
And what is Luke Crate?
It's a geek-themed box of geek-themed things once a month.
They just shoot you stuff.
Yeah, like t-shirts.
You know, we tease people ending the podcast and we're continuing on.
They want to know this stuff. They want to continue this conversation. I'm giving Mallory something to yell at the video.
There you go.
Shut up and turn it off.
That's great.
All right, take us out, pal.
The stories you just heard were true, told as they may seem. And while our time here is ended, the well is far from dry. Tune in next time for more Tales from the Front Porch.
Yeah, I like that one better.